Abby, we are on a constant roller coaster. What should I do? Should I settle or should I move on? Hi, I'm Coach Abby. Thank you so much for joining me today at Love Advice TV. Love Advice TV is a channel that's been created exclusively for you to help you navigate any relationship issue. So let's look at this a little bit closer. Why do people settle in the first place? So basically, they find themselves in a comfortable place. And when we find ourselves in a comfortable place, we convince ourselves that we are in a good enough relationship. And what we sometimes fail to see is that good enough is the enemy of better than ever. So we put on that old coat that just feels right, and it just feels comfortable. But by doing that, sometimes we do not allow ourselves a chance to really find that better than ever feeling because we decided to settle. Another reason why people settle is because they're attached sentimentally to a particular moment in that relationship where things were good, where things were, it's that, it's that relationship where it's everything that they dreamed of. But they get stuck in that memory. Although the present is lacking so much, they are continuously thinking about what could be based on what was. And what happens is we settle into thinking that we are supposed to stay in a situation, not understanding that nothing is supposed to stay like it has been. We are meant to grow together. And we fail to see this when we're settling based on a memory and not an evolutionary process throughout our relationship. Another reason is that we just want a warm body. It's familiar. We really, really believe that, at the end of the day, we can't get something better. We doubt our worthiness. We, worse yet, think we don't deserve it. So here we have this warm body. It's familiar. It's okay. And this is one of the many reasons that we do settle. So when is it better to move on? I really believe that it gets to a point where you do not feel emotionally safe. Now, what does that mean? When you're not emotionally safe, you tend to stray. You tend to look somewhere else for an emotional safety net. You're not really receiving the support that you want at home or with your partner. So these are moments that you have to think about, am I at the right place? Should I settle? Another reason to consider moving on is when the relationship is stale, when it's toxic, when it's robotic, when you just do one thing that's expected. There's no emotion, there's nothing to look forward to. It's just like, a little bit of a time card punching in. This is it. We do this at a certain time and that's it. And there's just no real emotion at all associated with the relationship. And lastly, for the purpose of this video, is certainly when you feel you are hidden from family and friends. So many times we find ourselves in a relationship, and yet they're always making all kinds of excuses why it's not time yet to meet their friends, or it's not time yet to meet their family, or don't mention anything on social media, and please don't post anything about us. And it's because I'm a very, very, very private person. Yet you look at their social media and their life is splashed all over the place. Those are moments that you have to consider, that it might be something to consider. Book a session with me. Let me help you clarify where you stand in your relationship. Should you settle? Should you move on? Is it a moment to have that uncomfortable dialogue with your partner. There's a lot of different ways to address this situation. We know it's not about just picking up and leaving. And that brings me lastly to the fact of being able to do so nonchalant. What I mean by that, we're always saying, well, I can move on. Well, can you? Moving on is not that easy. You have to prepare for it too. Book a session with me. Like I said, I'll be more than happy to discuss all the different angles before you decide to really bring an end to the relationship. Please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button and leave any comments regarding this or any other issues in the area below. Coach Alex, Coach Adrian, Coach Natalie, Coach Priyanka, Coach Danny, myself, we are here to help you navigate through this or any other relationship issue. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.